Welcome to Voice Journal. We always get the truth and publish. From wherever you're listening to us, we hope you're staying safe and doing good. Here with you all, yes, Suryakanan, Editor-in-Chief, Voice Journal. Hear us out loud. What really happened in Monsoon Session? There were highest disruption in the recently concluded Monsoon Session of Parliament in last 7 years. The number of bills passed per day during this session of Rajya Sabha was the second highest since 2014, with over 74 hours and 26 minutes lost completely due to the protest by the opposition on various key issues. The upper house passed 19 bills in 17 days. There were three key issues stated by the opposition: hike in petroleum price, Pegasus outburst, and formulas. The monsoon session of Parliament has ended by continued standoff between the ruling party and opposition benches. There were three broad political takeaways from the session. One, India's Parliament and by extension India democracy is in crisis. The session saw disruptions on each day, unilateral passage of legislation, unprecedented scenes took place in the parliament. Member of parliaments snatching papers, throwing the rule book at the chair, and sitting on the secretariat table. Suspension of 7 MPs, and depending on who you believe, an assault on a women marshal, or the use of marshals against the opposition with women MPs alleging they were attacked. The Lok Sabha took an average of 10 minutes and Rajya Sabha an average of an hour to pass laws. Despite the most unanimous demands of the opposition, the government refused to send a bill that would enable the privatization of general insurance companies to a select committee. Unsurprisingly, given that only 11% of the bills in the 3 years of 17th Lok Sabha have gone to parliamentary committees. All of this indicates that the parliament is neither fulfilling its function of deliberative lawmaking nor of holding the executive accountable. When it comes to fuel hike, BJP leaders are learning it the hard way as they find themselves facing similar allegations from Congress and other opposition parties. Fuel prices have been the Achilles heel of every government, and successive finance ministers have struggled to strike a fine balance between the rate at which it buys crude from international markets and the retail prices for domestic consumers. The BJP's protest against the fuel price hikes during the UPA years was also the time when international crude prices were rolling over $100 per barrel and have even crossed the $140 per barrel mark. Why does Pegasus matter so much? The Pegasus controversy has continued to disrupt the proceedings of both the houses, with the opposition demanding a debate and impartial probe into this matter. Ministry of Defence has not had any transaction with NSO Group Technologies, said the Ministry of State for Defence Ajay Bath in a written reply to the question by Communist Party MP Dr. V. Sivadasan. As a part of Pegasus project, a consortium of 17 news organizations led by Forbidden Stories and Amnesty International accessed a leaked database containing more than 50,000 phone numbers that had been identified as potential targets of surveillance via Pegasus spyware. Out of this, 300 Indian phone numbers belonging to journalists, activists, politicians, businessmen, constitutional authorities, bureaucrats, among many others, were unidentified. The spyware is developed by Israeli firm NSO Group, which has said that Pegasus is only licensed to governments and its agencies. This is the first unequivocal response by a government ministry to a Pegasus-related question. However, the response does not mean that other ministries or departments had no dealing with Israeli firm. Since the controversy broke, the Indian government has been asked to clarify its relationship with NSO Group, but their statements have been evasive. The government has neither confirmed nor denied using the spyware categorically. Moreover, it has curtailed every attempt by the opposition to discuss the issue on the floor of the House. The government has also ignored calls for an impartial investigation into the reported surveillance. When it comes to farm laws, it was Aam Aadmi Party MP Sanjay Singh on Monday gave a notice demanding discussion on farmers' protest in Rajya Sabha. In the suspension of business notice given under Rule 267, he said while scores of farmers were protesting outside the parliament demanding rollback of three farm laws, the BJP led government was not doing anything to ease their pain. The three laws passed in this parliament are very dangerous for the farmers. These laws will take away their livelihood and make themselves a slave to corporates. Ministers from the government held discussions with the farmers, but solutions couldn't be found, said Sanjay Singh. The Aam Aadmi Party has extended its support to farmers and has raised this issue in both the houses of the parliament earlier too. A day after, opposition MPs climbed tables and threw brooks in the Rajya Sabha, Chairman Venkaiah Naidu the next day broke down in tears as he expressed his anguish over the ruckus created by the opposition over the farm laws. Venkaiah Naidu accused the opposition of sacrilege and said that he was sleepless over the events that occurred in the House yesterday. According to the news agencies, the Rajya Sabha chairman is likely to take action against the unruly opposition members. Venkaiah Naidu met Home Minister Amit Shah, Union Minister Piyush Goyal, who is also the leader of the House, and other BJP members over the issue. Also, the Union Minister Piyush Goyal said in his statement the opposition was unable to digest the fact that the country has given up on them and their behavior in Rajya Sabha was a new low of the parliamentary democracy. Taking further the attack on the opposition, Union Minister Anurag Thakur said that the Secretary General's table in Rajya Sabha is not meant for dancing and protesting. People wait for the issues to be raised in the parliament, whereas anarchy remained the opposition's agenda. They did not care about people, taxpayers' money. What happened was condemnable. Instead of shedding crocodile tears, they must apologize to this nation, he said. Thus, because of all these unprecedented acts by both the BJP as well as the oppositions, where they have denied to have a debate and also did not give an opposition to express their thoughts, this unexpected and a condemnable outburst took place. Thank you for listening to us. Stay with us for more opinion articulated podcasts. Thank you.